Hi, Julia.
Hi, Hugh.
It's so lovely to see you. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. First of all, where are you?
I'm standing here in Isakcha, and the crossing border with Ukraine is just there. When the families and children are arriving from Ukraine, they walk straight to the blue dot. So I'm really literally at the crossing border. So we're going now to follow exactly the same route they're following. So
Wow.
when they enter, once they arrive, there is a registration point where they first they're registered, then they're asked where they're traveling, and then if they need accommodation, they're offered an accommodation. So usually this blue dot is the connection. Also here at the blue dot we have the social worker every day, and at the entrance, you could see their tents with the food, with the clothes for children, with a tent for pets. So it's like hub for all services needed once they cross the border. And here we have our mother and child space where children are playing and their mothers could see them, so they could relax, they could meet new friends, they could play, they're drawing, and we'll go inside now. You could see a little bit of exhibition.
I
That
think I
was
might know who that
Wolverine.
is.
Yes, exactly. We tried.
It's a very good drawing. How old is Kostya? How old is Kostya?
Сколько тебе лет? Сколько?
Семь.
He's 7 years old. He's
Mm.
7, and he's from Odessa, right? Is
Да.
Odessa there?
Да.
Odessa.
This family's escaped war. They're safe now. They seem safe. They seem
They're
secure
safe
and
now.
calm.
They're safe now after many stops. Пока.
You've explained to me pretty much. Basically, the Blue Dot Centers give every family everything they need to be able to transition from the border to wherever they're going.
Exactly. So they arrive and they first ask, so what do they need? Whether they need medical support, for example, or food, and then transport accommodation, and then to make sure that they arrive to their final destination as soon as they can. Sometimes they spend the whole day. This is when we become like one family. And then I'm always happy to see this mother and child center empty. It means all children are on their way to the safe place.
How are the families and the children when they get to you?
On one hand, they're safe because they cross the border, so they're safe from being shelled or being injured by the
Mm.
war. On the other hand, they're facing another difficulties and another challenges because that is the dark opportunities for child trafficking. So
Yes.
unaccompanied children who are crossing the border here, they're at the most of the risk. That's why we're making sure that we follow them, we trace them, and we help them throughout their journey.
I've heard that half of the children of the Ukraine, half of the child population has been displaced. I think this is the biggest sort of refugee crisis since the Second World War of displacement of people. But can you give a sense of the enormity of it? How many people are coming through there every single
Yes.
day?
So at the moment, almost 5 million children have been uprooted from their homes in Ukraine. 5 million. And it's internally displaced from one part of Ukraine to another and externally. So they leave Ukraine to the neighboring countries. And it's a huge number and it's difficult to understand, but it's basically a child every time my heart beats. And every time your heart beats, a child is crossing the border. And
Mm,
they should have been in schools now, in
mm,
kindergartens. They should
mm.
enjoy their childhood. War has taken their childhood. And this is heartbreaking.
And it must be heartbreaking for you. I know you're Ukrainian, Yulia.
Yes, every child I talk to breaks my heart because I see what they're going through, and I cannot believe it is happening to my country. That's why I'm here at the borders. I just felt that I need to witness and to tell the story of the strength and resilience of the Ukrainian mothers and children, and tell the story of the wonderful volunteers and also the story of UNICEF in action. And this blue dot is actually a great example how we respond to the emergency.
Yulia, what do you need? How can we play our part? How can people who are watching this, how can we play our role? I mean, you're doing an incredible job there and it's so inspiring. And I know a lot of people will want to help. So how can we help?
By donating to UNICEF, you could help children at every step of their journey. UNICEF can provide the essential supplies and services for the families and children in Ukraine and at the neighboring countries. And I know
Right.
that you played a role of the superhuman, and I remember the Wolverine role when I was talking to 14 years old Sophie, who said that your superpower is being Ukrainian. So now that's the time of all our superpowers to unite so we can
Yeah.
support Ukraine. All of us were looking to rebuild new and better future for Ukraine. And together we
Yes.
can make it happen.
You're an inspiration, Yulia. You seem to so positive and energized, and I can't imagine what you're going through personally every single day. But the fact that you will sacrifice for your country, for your family, and do it every single day is really inspiring.
Thank you. And this is what yeah, thank you. This is where I felt my role to witness and to tell. And I know you're playing now a very successful role in Broadway, but at this moment of time, we're playing the same role. So we're telling the world about the
Yeah.
children of Ukraine and about the war in Ukraine and the challenges our children are playing.
Yulia, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you are doing, that all your other volunteers are doing, for what UNICEF is doing to keep these children and these families safe. It is extraordinary work. We are so grateful. Our love, our thoughts, our prayers are with you and with everybody there.
Thank you so much, you from the bottom of my Ukrainian heart. Thank you.